Oh, I tell you, it's really cruel and unusual punishment that they don't hand out antacids along with the food here. Charlotte's not back yet.
Well, maybe she's in the lounge.
No, if she were back, she'd be asleep. I just wish that the women would open up and confide in me where they're being taken late at night. I know I could put a stop to it. With Herb's help, I know I could.
Dorian, maybe you should take the advice of some of the others who've, you know, been here a while and stay out of it.
I've got to find out what's going on or else I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Well, it's your life that's got me worried.
Oh, there she is. Charlotte. Matron, I demand to know where that prisoner has been all night.
Shut up, Dorian. Listen, Lord, around here you're just another con and you don't make demands, got it?
It's got to be something unethical or illegal, or else why is it such a big secret?
You stay out of things that are none of your business around here or you are going to be really sorry.
Oh, Matron, that shove, that threat, they go on my list. Listen. You don't knock it off, I'm going to be the first one to make you.
Charlotte?
You think you're some little crusader coming in here to do what nobody else can do? Well, you're wrong. You're going to pull all the rest of us down with you. Down? How much further down can you go? They're forcing you to prostitute yourself, aren't they?
That one, Dorian.
They're forcing you to become a sexual slave, aren't they?
I'm too tired to talk about this anymore.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this one way or another, so why don't you just level with me?
I'm too tired to talk about it, but I might get up the energy to get up and push your head through those bars. Charlotte, stop yelling at her. Dorian is your friend.
There are no friends in here, Diane. We're all on our own. As soon as Miss Fancy Pants here gets sprung by her DA ex-husband, she won't look back. What? She'll go back to her rich friends and her rich life, and she'll forget all about us. You just wait a minute here. I haven't known you all that long, but I do care about you. Or else why do you think I keep pushing this issue?
Okay, fine. If you care about us so much, please quit blabbing about it and don't push it. Shut up and let me get some sleep.
Bristol, Young, get to the gym. Madam here has a visitor.
In the cell?
Charlotte needs her rest. She's got to get some sleep. I'll see my guest and the visitors.
I said move it!
I don't understand. Why do I have to see this visitor in here?
You know, it is only 10 o'clock in the morning, and already you have exhausted my patience.
Happy to see you. Oh. How are you? How's Cassie?
Oh, you know, we were both here yesterday and couldn't get anywhere near you. Something about a food fight?
Oh, yeah, that's the least of my problems. How is Cassie?
Well, she's okay. I mean, none of us are in too great a mood, but we're sure as hell better off than you are.
Yeah, well, that doesn't take much. Come on, sit on my lovely bed here.
Oh.
By the way, come on, why did we have to meet in here?
I called the governor this morning. I wanted to have a private meeting with you, and that leaves the visiting area out. And I also told him I wanted to have a look at your cell. God.
How long have you got? I mean, how long can we talk?
You just talk. Don't worry about the time. Come on.
Oh, well, first of all, I kept asking, demanding to see the warden, McFadden, and they finally let me. He seemed very sincere, if somewhat patronizing, and now I've suddenly got my doubts because they haven't done anything about...
Well, maybe he hasn't had the time to do it.
Herb, would you just listen to me?
Listen.
Every night, around midnight, the matron comes onto the cell block, and she takes one of the women away.
What? To where?
I have no idea. The women won't tell me. They're absolutely terrified. I think they're afraid of being punished. My cellmate, her name is Charlotte Young, she was taken away last night. She wasn't brought back until 10 o'clock this morning. Doesn't that seem strange?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's peculiar. You have no idea what goes on?
The obvious one. The women are being used for prostitution. Beyond that, I can only imagine.
Yeah, maybe I better look into that.
Good. While you're at it, will you look into Matron Spitz? Because she's the one who comes and takes the women away and then brings them back. And she absolutely hates me because I keep demanding to know what's going on.
Yeah, Dorian, look, I get the feeling that you're not being discreet or careful at all. What?
Herb, I can't help it. My sense of outrage just absolutely gets the better of me. But just on to the next subject before we run out of time. Do you remember Susan Bates? They got her living in that cell right across the way.
Susan Bates is... Oh, wait, you mean that... You're talking about the one that tried to burn Cassie and rob at the stake?
Exactly, and she's as much as promised to kill me to avenge Mitch Lawrence's death. And they put her on the same cell block with me?
One of you should be moved right away.
Well, I don't want to have to move. I don't. I've made some friends here. I really... There's Charlotte and this kid named Diane. And that's another subject I have to talk to you about. This kid Diane, they say she's mixed up in some sort of a cocaine ring. She's innocent, Herb, not just of the crime. She's an innocent kid. She's naive, she's trusting, and she's scared out of her mind.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to get her out of here. She doesn't belong in a maximum security facility. Get her moved to a minimum security facility, and as soon as possible, before they make her one of the women that they take out of here.
Well, you, for crying out
Come on, they
loud.
don't do it to me. I've got too many connections. That's probably why the matron resents me, and it's certainly maybe why the warden resents me.
Anything else?
Yes. When do I get to go home?
Thanks for coming over, Allison. Please have a seat.
Mr. Russell, I don't know what you could possibly want that I haven't already told the authorities or sworn to on the witness stand.
Herb Callison is working on the appeal to have Dorian Lord freed.
Already?
Yeah, the prosecution's case is full of holes, and you provide the biggest one.
I beg your pardon?
The tapes. Yeah, Cassie told me about them. Mitch kept a running diary.
Yes, I also told Cassie that I destroyed them,
All of them?
as far as I know.
What about the one the night of the murder?
I didn't know there was one.
And you're also not 100% sure that your version of the truth is exactly what happened that night, are you?
I'm almost positive.
But what if Mitch was about to rape Cassie? What about your feelings of Dorian's actions then?
I guess that it would be understandable.
Yeah. And not quite fair that she's rotting away in a prison for 5 years, is it?
Excuse me, Mr. Russell, this is starting to feel like the trial all over again.
Oh, there may be another trial. The retrial on appeal. Now, are you ready to swear, to admit one more time that your version of the truth is the whole truth and nothing but? Or maybe, just maybe this time, you'll admit that your version is colored by your love for Mitch and the fact that you were jealous over him wanting Cassie and her money.
Cassie, he wanted Cassie because of her money.
So I guess he didn't speak of you on those tapes. He was busy talking about his virgins and all the money he was raking in. Allison, it is going to come out in the trial if we do not prove right now Dorian's motives.
I told you, I didn't listen to the tape.
And I don't believe you.
All right. I did know that Mitch had a small cassette player, and so that I assumed the tapes were his sermons, his philosophy, his ideas. I felt that it was up to me to protect them.
To protect them? So you burned them to protect them?
That was to protect him. What I mean is
Yeah, I know. What you really mean is that you played a few of the tapes, and when those cassettes began to make your stomach turn over, when you found out about the real Mitch, you burned them so that the world would not find out. Yes, you were in love with a psychopath, and you found out the real nature of the man.
All right. I did find out. I found out just what he was like, but that was after he was dead, and that is why I burned those tapes.
Because you were ashamed for the world to know that you were in love with a man who was capable of drugging and raping a woman for her money.